Okay, so make sure you print out the college algebra printed practice test that's available on MyMathLab, and then when you've done that, you'll be able to follow along. So the first question states to classify the following three functions as quadratic, cubic, or quartic. So quadratic's degree 2, cubic's degree 3, and quartic's degree 4. Now, as we know, a quartic can have 3 turning points, a cubic can only have at most 2 turning points, and a quadratic can have at most 1 turning point. So if we look at the first one, it has 1, 2, 3 turning points. So that means the only choice it can be is quartic, or degree 4. Now let's look at the second one. This has 2 turning points, so therefore it can't be a quadratic, and because the end behavior is up down, it can't be a quartic, so it must be a cubic. Now we'll look at the last one, which has 1 turning point with both ends going down, so it is a quadratic. Okay, so now all we have to do now is do part B, which states whether the leading coefficient is positive or negative. So we have to know what the end behavior is of a polynomial. So we know that a quartic degree 4 polynomial has an even degree, so both ends are up or both ends are down. Both ends are up if the leading coefficient is positive. So this one has a positive leading coefficient. A cubic or odd degree polynomial has end behavior that's down up if it has a positive leading coefficient and up down if it has a negative leading coefficient. So this one's up down, so it has a negative leading coefficient. A quadratic or even degree polynomial has either up up if it's positive leading coefficient or down down if it's a negative leading coefficient. So since this is down down, it must have a negative leading coefficient.